I'm guessing it couldn't probably hurt. Tidy things up a little bit here. Keep it a little clean. Yep, there he went. There he went flying. That was a big, thick. It was a spider part. Try and inspect those tabs, trying to figure out where they go in the housing, where they meet up. Make sure I'm not breaking anything by forcing anything down. The top two there are slipping pretty good. Not yet, but eventually. I laid that damn housing down a couple times. Yep, but there we go. Now I realize that's what's in the way, is that screw and the plastic nubbin that tore off where the screw went into. So first I try to hold the screw with the screwdriver stiff and just twist the plastic off from the backside. That's not working. Not having success there. And I'm not even thinking I'm really getting my screwdriver in that head. I think it's just dancing around on the outside. And it's needle nose pliers to the rescue again. So I'm going to hold that little plastic nubbin straight so I have some resistance so it won't spin around, and finally get that screw out. For the life of me, I cannot remember. Well, of course, it was 8 months ago, but you'd think I would remember something like that. And there's the little plastic nubbin. I'll talk about that later on in the video again. Screw holding up, make sure, because I'm not sure if the camera's catching this. Yep, in there, trying to use the flashlight, and my finger there, where I pointed, that's where it popped off on the inside of the housing. So out comes the toothbrush again. And I think we're on final approach now to finally get this thing to go in right. Again, I think if it had been warmer out there, and definitely know if it had been warmer, and if I'd hit that thing with a heat gun to soften up the plastic a little bit, make it a little bit more pliable, and not have things snap off, this would have been a lot easier. So a lesson learned for next time, I hope. I'm actually kind of glad this video came out the way it did. Yes, I don't really like the angle. I wish it was more horizontal, but I tried to use my GoPro Hero 6 camera, which invariably every time I do remember I want to shoot video, the battery is dead. So one of these days I'm actually going to start using it for filming. I really like this little flashlight. I bought that at the local Tune Mart here. I think I paid €10 for it. Maybe 9. I don't really remember now. But it's got a magnetic foot, and that's awesome. It clips on. Car gives me some extra light. Right there where I'm working at, there's 4 little prongs that need to be popped in the bottom, and you need to figure out some way to massage them in there. So the guys who made this cap really did a good job. This looks almost to be like factory original. I mean, I don't think there was any issues with alignment with me. It just mattered not knowing exactly how to put it in and trying to force myself to be patient to just carefully massage it and coax things back into place. Of course, a little brute force is required. You got to kind of pull that lip there, that bottom part of the mirror, you got to pull that away from the body of the bottom mount so that you can kind of coax it over to, and there you go, it's finally clipping in. I've almost got him. I think only one more right there. Coax that over, and yeah, it looks like, yep, all done. So, fortunately, that broken tab on that multi-plug wire is not going to affect it from staying in place, or not staying in place. In one of the YouTube videos I found about removing glass, they said it didn't really matter what order those plastic connectors went into. Not so sure about that. We'll see next time the frost builds up on the mirror. If it doesn't defrost, then I'll know definitely it did matter. So here I almost put the mirror back in, and then I remember, oh no, wait a minute, I need to still slide that connector into its secure holding on the back of the mirror. Otherwise it's going to fall down and jam up the mirror somehow, probably. Yeah, it popped right in there. It's kind of amazed how well that went. So I go grab my key and I go in the car, start up the engine, and make sure the mirror motor is everything working. So I can't believe how noisy that thing is. And here shortly my camera rig will come into view, which is my iPhone 10 with the cheesy selfie stick and a Joby Gorilla Pod. There you can see the battery, because the battery was dying on the phone. Fortunately, the cable was long enough to charge it. And here you can see my awesome filming rig. €15 selfie stick. Yeah, and that looks way better now. Finally matching mirrors. And that RS6 style that I really like. And there I realized, oh crap, there's the screw that I forgot to put back in place. So after I got done, finally got that housing put on, as I point out in the video, basically you see that I forgot the stupid little screw that needs to go on. So of course I had to pop the mirror. I didn't feel the need to video that. So I basically popped the mirror back off again, and went ahead and
and put the screw in to tighten the mirror in. And that was one of the reasons why the casing, the new mirror frame housing or shell, top shell wasn't going on, was the little plastic tab had broken off. So what I'm talking about. So basically when I got two parts here, so basically when I used my brute strength there to crack open the so we better light situation. Yeah, so that little nubbin was still attached to the mirror motor, or the bracket that holds the mirror motor, rather. And that's what was preventing me from getting the stainless steel, brushed stainless steel faux brain, the new cap. That's what was preventing me from getting it on there. So I unscrewed that, and that's where you can see where it broke off right there. And since that was still left in place, that was what I was struggling with to keep, that prevented me from getting the cap on there. So, and then of course, oops, the stripped screw head, and that was even after I soaked it with WD-40. It just sheared right off. So yeah, oh well. So big shout out to Total Technik. Those guys, this video channel has been a real big help in getting this car slowly to where I want it to be. If you got anything about the A6 C5 body style and some other Audis, I don't know exactly which ones all they've done series of videos on, but definitely check their YouTube channel out. It's a wealth of information, really detailed, something I would hope to aspire to when I do my video channel, or as my video channel continues. So this is another channel I highly recommend watching. I've really been getting into it. It's a guy out of Ireland. It's called SkyoöD-Vu Classic Motoring, and I don't know why it took YouTube's algorithm so long to suggest videos from him to me. It's hard to really believe. He's been out for a while already. And I just started watching all his videos from day one. I stumbled on it with a time-lapse thing he had of his Range Rover Vogue that he restored. And he's basically self-taught. He shade tree mechanic, if you'd like to use that term. And just really inspiring. He really wants you to go out there and get to work on your car, and he finally got me to get off my butt and start doing something on this car again as well. Not quite at the level he is encouraging everyone to be, but it was definitely a motivator, and I really dig his channel. So big up to SkyoöD-Vu Classic Motoring, and definitely check him out, subscribe, give him a like. I really enjoy his stuff. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw there. I hope these tips and tricks and my mistakes in doing this will help you a little bit with your pursuing maybe changing the caps out or replacing the caps if they're damaged on your car. My video, I can say, basically only speaks to the A6 C5 model. I don't know how applicable the connectivity of the mirror in the housing and the way the housing is mounted, how across which model years of the Audi it works with. So hopefully, you know, you'll be able to get something out of this. So I've been having some problems with the internet, and that's what also dragged the whole process of getting this done out for me. And I'm back in the house here for the warm kitchen for the last video shoots of the video here. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope it helps you out a little bit. So if you did like what you heard and saw, please go ahead and click that like button and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.